Hello Guardians, the name is Sir Trace, Kell of House Rifles. Today, I'm here to spread the good word about Trace Rifles. Act 2 of episode Heresy has some new Trace Rifle perks in the seasonal artifact, so I figured some Guardians would like a refresher on some of the best Trace Rifles out there and how to acquire them. But first things first, for all my Warlocks out there, you'll definitely want to focus the Cenotaph Mask from Raoul if you don't have it yet. This exotic helmet is made for when you want to use a Trace Rifle build, which should be all the time. This exotic refills your magazine on hits, so you almost never have to reload. It marks bosses and mini-bosses, and once someone kills the marked enemy, it spawns a heavy ammo brick for your team and a special ammo brick for you. And if you're worried that you won't look as good as me while wearing it, the ornament Hermetic Hood has been sold for Bright Dust this episode, so keep an eye out for it to pop back up again. Now, let's run through 10 must-have Trace Rifles, their best perks, and how to get them. Don't worry, I'll make it quick. I know you want to get out there and start grinding some of these. Lodestar. This is the episode Heresy Season Pass exotic. Simply buy the Season Pass or reach rank 40 to unlock it for free. This is the only primary ammo Trace Rifle in the game, and it can be fired in semi-auto or full auto. When you get kills with the weapon, you can do a special reload and hip fire a Starlight Beam to apply Jolt to any targets damaged for a short time. Retraced Path. This Solar Trace has an origin trait that increases handling when injured, and can roll perks like Subsistence, Shoot to Loot, Demolitionist, and Incandescent. This weapon is craftable, and you can get it by playing Dares of Eternity and opening the Treasure Hoard chest. Microcosm. This is the only heavy and kinetic Trace Rifle in the game. It absolutely tears through everything and does extra damage to enemies with shields. Unlock this by completing the 3 cooperative focus missions in the Pale Heart. Appetence. This Stasis Trace Rifle's origin trait refills its ammo and gives it bonus damage when you're critically hurt or when a teammate dies. It can roll perks like Demolitionist, Clown Cartridge, Headstone, Deconstruct, and Attrition Orbs. It is craftable, and currently you can only unlock it by getting it from the exotic mission Nord Avalon when it is the weekly. Coldheart. This Arc Trace Rifle was actually the first one ever made and has been popping off this episode. Kills with this weapon generate ionic traces, which help recharge your abilities. You can buy it from Xur when he sells it, or get it as a random drop from an exotic engram. Acasia's Dejection. This Solar Trace Rifle has an origin trait that deals increased damage to enemies who wield light and dark. It can roll perks like Reconstruction, Rewind Rounds, Target Lock, and Incandescent. It is craftable, and it drops from the easiest raid in the game, Root of Nightmares. Divinity. This might be the most tedious one to get on this list, but it is oh so worth it. This Arc Trace Rifle has overload rounds built into it. It also creates a bubble around the enemy that stuns and weakens them. The bubble also counts as a critical zone and helps your team do more damage when the enemy is mobile. Earn this by completing the quest Divine Fragmentation. Keraunios, I think, is the new Trace Rifle being introduced in the Guardian Games event. Its origin trait Classy Contender grants class ability energy on kills. It can roll with perks like Eddy Current, Detonator Beam, Rolling Storm, and Killing Tally. Get it by doing activities in the Guardian Games event. Ager's Scepter. This is a Stasis Trace Rifle that generates a slowing burst around the target when it's defeated. Perfect for Stasis builds. You can get it by purchasing it at the Monument of Lost Light kiosk in the tower. And finally we have Warlord Spear. It is another Arc Trace which has multiple origin traits for PvE and PvP. It can roll with perks like Rewind Rounds, Killing Tally, Detonator Beam, and Jolting Feedback, and it can drop from Iron Banner matches and Iron Banner engrams. So, now you have a list of some of the best Trace Rifles to go grind for, and in return, you must like, subscribe, and pledge fealty to I, Trace, Kell of House Rifle. Thank you for joining me, and I bid you farewell.